Today we're going to talk about 5 tips to maximize your success with the Costco Auto Program. My name's Josh and I am a Costco member, and I have purchased 22 new cars over my lifespan. I think not since I started. I'm 63. I bought my first car at 16, so that's about 47 years. So I've been buying cars for 47 years. I've used Costco Auto Program for the last 3 of them. And the reason for that is it really simplified and gave me what I consider to be a fair price. And after understanding how it worked and having friends that work in the business, I felt comfortable using the Costco Auto Program. So that being said, there are some ways to use it to your benefit to maximize your experience, because you can read reviews on the Costco Auto Program and some people say it was great and other people say it was rubbish. And it makes you wonder what went right or what went wrong. Well, I think that a lot of the people that didn't have a good experience didn't completely follow the program the way that it should have been followed. Anyway, let's get into the tips and you can decide for yourself. Tip number 1, do your homework. Costco Auto is a buying service, but they also have shopping tools. But you really don't want to put your information in and contact Costco until you know the make, the model, the options, the color, all the details of the car that you want to buy. Because as soon as you submit your contact information, they send it to the dealer who is authorized to work with Costco members, and they will contact you. So you want to trigger that when you're ready. And that means do your homework in advance, go and test drive cars, go and narrow down, the options, watch the reviews, just know what it is that you want, because you want to show up at the dealer with one car in mind, because it's very difficult for them to persuade you into something that you didn't plan on buying if you've made up your mind and you come in with that conviction. So that's tip number 1. Do your homework first. Also, you want to check for dealer incentives. You want to know the cost figures of that car, what the invoice should be. A lot of the shopping tools on the Costco Auto website will help you do that. And you should take the time to do the research before you submit to zero in on a single model. Tip number 2, know your budget. Obviously, if you're going to the car dealer and they're going to sell you a car at a few $100s or some low number over invoice, they're going to try to make money on you in different ways. And the number one way they will do that is in finance. And so you want to know in advance, do you plan to pay cash for the car? Do you plan to finance the car? And if you do, how good is your credit? What can you afford in a monthly payment? Do you want to lease? Do you want to buy? You should do all of that work before you go to the car dealer, because you want to have your path figured out so that they can't persuade you to do something. They can give you options and you can choose to take advantage of or not from those options, but you'll be more in the driver's seat if you know in advance what your budget is, what you can afford, and what a reasonable interest rate is, and things like that. Tip number 3, trade-in. Are you trading a car in? What's your trade-in worth? How do you know that it's worth that? You don't want to just show up at a dealer and have them give you a number for your trade-in. You want to do that homework in advance as well. And the way that I recommend you do it is a couple of ways. Of course, you have online tools like Kelley Blue Book, but also places that buy cars, used cars like CarMax or TrueCar, will give you a bid to buy your car. And that price that they offer you will be based on your car in your market. And it will be pretty accurate as to what the value is for your car. Don't be surprised if it's lower than you expected. That just sort of is how it is. But it should give you a number to anticipate hearing something similar if you go to the dealer and trade in your car. Because the next way that the Costco Auto dealer will try to make up some of that money they've lost in giving you a great price on the car is by getting a good deal back on your trade-in, or by lowballing you on your trade-in. So you want to know what it's worth before you go to the dealer, or have a good idea. It won't be accurate. These numbers are all sort of flexible, but you want to have an idea before you go in the door. And this is the step where you actually are getting to, you know your budget, you know your finances, you know the car that you want. Now's the time that you go and put in your information in the CostcoAuto.com website, put in your contact. They will then reach out to the dealer that they've selected for your area, and there will only be one dealer of that manufacturer, that brand, because they only choose one brand for each manufacturer for a given area. And then they will contact you. The dealer will reach out to you. You will get a name of a person who's been trained in Costco buying the Costco Auto Program at the dealer. And that person, and only that person, is the person that you should ever talk to going forward, because they're trained, they're sometimes commissioned or paid differently than the regular commission salespeople. And so the deals are handled differently because they may be a salaried person. All car dealers do them differently, but just know that you want to deal with the Costco person, because if you come up to that dealership and just start talking with another salesperson and then you mention that you're a Costco member, it makes a mess of things. And it might not be a mess for you, but you'll be sitting there while they try to iron out the mess. So once you put in your information to Costco Auto, the next step, really, tip 4, is be fair and reasonable when you go to the car dealership. People want to do business with people who are nice. And we have the old stereotype of what it's like to deal with a car salesman, and not all of it's true. But if you only go to a car dealership once every 7 years or once every 4 years, your opinions don't fluctuate nearly as much as if you were showing up at the office every day and saying, "Hey, Joe, how you doing? Did you sell cars yesterday?" So just know that these are people too, and some of them want to help customers get the car they want. That's the satisfaction they get. And others, they just want to rack up numbers. But the Costco trained member of the staff at the car dealership should be more in tune with wanting to help you get the car that you want, because they've got a price that's been pre-negotiated, that's been predetermined. So just be a good customer and give them a reason to be a good dealer to you. And you'll be surprised that this level of stress and tension will remain calm. It's just a, do unto others kind of thing. Tip number 5 is don't be in a hurry. The smartest thing you can do with a car buying process is give it a little bit of time. It may take a while for the dealer to locate the car that's right for you. They may have it in the queue in their network, or it may be something that you have to order. I've actually ordered 2 of my cars through the Costco Auto Program because I wanted specifically what I wanted, and I was willing to wait a couple of months for that car to be manufactured. But if you're flexible in how much time you have, you're less likely to settle for something that you didn't want. You're less likely to be talked into something that you didn't want. And you'll feel like you got a better deal and better treatment if you realize that the dealer was trying to work with you to get you what you want and not force you into something else. So don't be in a hurry is all I can say. Leave a comment if you've used the Costco Auto Program and what kind of experience you've had, and if you got what you wanted or if you had any difficulties. Costco actually has an advocate group that's there just to work with the dealership in case you run into problems when you're trying to actually negotiate and purchase your vehicle. I had a car that turned out to be a lemon, and Costco helped me get that car bought back by the dealership. So I have experience in the good and the bad and the ugly, and Costco was having them kind of in my corner kind of help that process when the dealer and the manufacturer weren't so willing to just step up and do the right thing. It just took them a little while. So one last tip, even if you're not sure if you're buying a car just yet, is to go to the CostcoAuto.com website and sign up for their newsletter. They have member-only incentive programs that they update on their website, and they also email out in a newsletter for extra discounts on top of dealer incentives or customer incentives that you can stack onto your deal when you buy a car. Currently, as I create this video, there's one for Volvo, one for Chevrolet, and one for Polestar. So you never know what they may have, but it's applicable to Costco members, and it's like an extra $1,000 or $2,000. So it's worth knowing about, and it may help sway you into a different make or model, or it may not. I'm the kind of guy that I want what I want, and that's why I like the Costco Auto Program, because once I dial it in, I just let them do the work and help me get the car that I want. So thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you sticking with me. I'm new at creating these videos, and I'm still working at trying to keep them consistent, concise, and quick, and snappy, and all that. So I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video.